Today on Arts 24, one of Britain's most compelling actors and now one of its most exciting new directors. You might know Harris Dickinson from his sizzling performance opposite Nicole Kidman in Babygirl, or from Triangle of Sadness, The Iron Claw, or his breakout role in Beach Rats. Soon he'll be taking on one of the most iconic roles in music history, John Lennon in Sam Mendes' Beatles biopic. But today we're talking about his passion project, his first film behind the camera, Urchin.
Hi guys, I'm sorry to ask, I was wondering if you've got any spare change?
For how long was you sleeping in the streets?
5 years.
Harris, hello. Congratulations on Urchin. It's a remarkable directorial debut.
Thank you.
It's raw, it's beautiful, it's heartbreaking and funny at times. How far back does this film go for you? And who and what inspired Mike's character?
Yeah, thank you. I started writing it, I started thinking about it around 2019. I'd had people in my life that had dealt with similar themes. So I guess growing up, I'd always been quite interested in the cyclical nature of addiction and just behaviour in general, and how we we tend to fall back into quite, rudimentary patterns, right? And so I always became quite interested in that. I always have cared about homelessness and felt quite helpless around those issues. Then I was working with various different advisors and organisations and people in probation and prison reform, and I wanted to just find a character at the centre of a really complex issue and just humanise it.
Young male with previous convictions, history of violence. Do you have any family at all?
The raw London set film follows a homeless drifter caught in the throes of addiction, attempting to patch his life together on the city streets. It premiered at Cannes. It's unflinching and deeply personal.
I didn't bring lunch.
What is it now, 2026? So yeah, it feels like 6-7 years trying to pour everything into it. The world of the film is very much like a part of me, so it feels very, important to me.
What do you think we live for, Andrea?
Well, happiness, joy, sadness, melancholy.
You're going to be just fine. The road is clear. Each decision is yours.
So, Mike, we're here to try to understand the harm that was done by the incident.
You grew up in East London.
Yeah.
And the film is so rooted in London, the streets, the sounds, the texture of the city. How much of your own life and experiences infuses the film?
Yeah, I think just on a very basic level, a lot of the locations are places that I grew up knowing very well and sort of collating in my mind, okay, maybe this is where we can do this or that. And obviously the volunteering work that I've been involved in has taken place in a lot of those locations, so it feels inherently personal. But then also, the hotel that Mike worked in and the patch of grass where he did the litter picking, I worked in those places. So it felt nice to go to the places where I thought I would shoot them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't shy away from the realities of addiction and homelessness, but it's told with so much tenderness. But as a theme, was it difficult for you to make a film on that theme as a first film?
Sure, yeah, that was definitely part of the conversation. I always wanted to make sure that the way in which we told the story was about the character first, not the institution, not the theme of addiction, not the journey of addiction. We wanted to make sure that our perspective was always through Mike as a character in a story, right, first and foremost. The key for this was just really making sure that we welcomed people into the process that were going to scrutinise the script. And my dad's a social worker, so it felt like I really just wanted the script to be ripped apart and scrutinised, and then it kind of felt bulletproof in a way, like when no one could really question it, no one could really say I hadn't done the work to make sure it was there.
You're in the driver's seat. unlocking the freedom and power within.
Who do you think we live for?
You play in the film, you're Nathan. You're another fellow addict, homeless, drifter. Was that easier or harder than directing?
It was hard. I mean, the truth is I wasn't supposed to play in the film. We had an actor lined up to play that role, and he had to drop out about 5 days before. The role that I played had 4 or 5 days, maybe 4 days over the 4.5, 5 week period. So trying to get an actor that was available, that was also right for the role, and was tough. And in the end, I just decided to do it myself.
I wanted to talk a little bit about your journey as a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. You've said you wanted to make films even before you wanted to act. Mm-hmm. Since you were like 8 or 9, mm-hmm. you were filming skate videos or films in forests. When did you think, okay, I need to make a feature?
Yeah, I was making these sort of silly skateboard videos, and I was trying to introduce dramatic elements to them, and my friends were always like, no, we're not going to do that, just film the tricks. And then I started making short films, and I had a sketch show as a kid, and I had my little camcorder that I was using. And then, I don't know, I thought I was going to be in camera department. I really thought I was going to be a camera operator. And then, as I started to get more acting work, I thought, well, I better just focus on this now. But I was always writing, and I was writing shorts, and I was writing plays and feature films, and I was trying to kind of hone that area. And I made my short film, and that played at London Film Festival. And then after that, I guess people around me gave me the confidence to carry on writing something longer. Yeah.
And now you're at a point in your career where you're balancing Hollywood with Babygirl, as well as a Beatles biopic coming up, the fashion world with Prada campaigns, and then this deeply personal British indie film.
It's all a bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, how do you navigate?
It doesn't quite work together, but I think it...
How do you navigate these worlds, and do you feel comfortable in all of them?
I do feel comfortable. I mean, as comfortable as I can be. I'm not like a super assured, confident person all the time, but I think I'm 30 now, and I've slowly gotten into the fields that I want to get into, and I feel like I'm starting to feel a bit more assured. I mean, I'm very restless as a person. I'm not very good at doing nothing, and I've been lucky that the people I've worked with, Ruben Östlund and Helena Rain and Sean Durkin, Joanna Hogg, all of the auteur filmmakers that I've been really lucky to be in the company of, have also inspired me to want to go and do my own thing as well. But it feels like two very distinct sides of me when I act and when I direct. Like, that's why it was hard when I was in my film. It felt inherently wrong to be doing that. And I respect people that do it, Xavier Dolan or Fassbinder or Bradley Cooper, or I don't know. But the people that can direct themselves for a big chunk of a film is very, very impressive in my mind. I love absorbing everything from a set, but at the same time, my brain needs to be just an actor. In order for me to do the best job, I need to just be an actor and focus on what I'm doing. And same when I'm directing, I wholeheartedly, I'm like in that mode. So it feels like two very distinct, separate sides of me, which I love as well, because it gives me the variation and change in my life.
And you're about to step into John Lennon's shoes, one of the most mythologized figures in modern culture. I read that Jeremy Allen White, who you worked with on Iron Claw, talked to you about his anxiety of performing an icon himself in Springsteen.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about playing a Beatle, and how do you even begin to prepare?
Yeah, Jeremy and I had dinner just before I started the Beatles, and he'd kind of been gearing up to start Springsteen. I think the inevitable anxiety of playing an icon and playing someone with such reverence is always going to be there. But at the same time, I had such a long period to understand. Still, I'm understanding John, but like, the work is there and the time spent is there. So it feels like now I'm just playing a character, and I've tried to take the pressure of the legacy away and just find my way into it, and also accept that no one's ever going to be happy or fulfilled with what I do, you know, in a way.
Do you have another film brewing, and can you give us a little taste of what's to come for you?
I have another script, but I'm trying to keep it under wraps, because if I talk about it, I will ruin it because it's not ready. So it's something that I've spent the last year developing and trying to find, and I will also spend the next year or two doing that, like I did with Urchin. Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see what's coming. Thank you so much, Harris.
Thank you.
And I'm a little bit confused as to where I'm supposed to go from here.
Mike, how are you feeling right now?
You're going to be just fine. The possibilities are endless.
Every day I wake up to this feeling, man. Someone's there just saying, no, you can't come in, you know? No, no, no. Not for you. Not for you.